Happy Monday and welcome to HerView Podcast, What Women Really Think. I am Shawnee, your relationship expert.
I am Ernie, your military spouse coach.
And I'm Adrian, your favorite mental health advocate. And today is Scenario Day, ladies.
Yay!
We all love scenarios. But before we jump into it, how are you guys doing?
I am tired of Hawaii.
Oh.
So I ended up spending a day in the hospital with my daughter because the mosquitoes are different here. So when she got bit on her leg, it like swelled up and looked like a adult leg on a child's body. And like got infected, and we had to go to the hospital. And then now she just got 2 more mosquito bites on her. We just like from going from the car to the house, got 2 more. And now her arms starting to swell up, and we can't just make her live off of medicine every day. So tired of Hawaii. Want to go back to Maine.
Offer anything to like put on her skin to like repel?
They said nothing topical will really work. I mean, it's good for the mental, but we have her taking like antihistamines when we realize she's gotten bit. So like hopefully she won't scratch it and it won't get worse. But it's like they're knots. Like when she gets stuck, it's and she's the only one that it's affecting this way. So
wow,
it sucks for my baby.
Poor thing.
Hope she feels better.
Yeah.
Oh, she around here doing the most, so she don't feel bad until it's time like to get in trouble. That she's like, my bite hurts.
Remember.
Right. She's just in the hospital, Mom.
Oh.
So yeah.
Okay. I
yeah.
Better days. I'm not gonna sit here and feel like I'm 1,000% me today. I'm sending lots of prayers and wishful thinking and healing for one of my really, really, really close friends. My sis, she's in the hospital, so I appreciate everyone's kind words and prayers. Everyone who reached out to me last week. She is doing better, and we'll just keep on our prayers. And it's a process, so slow process, but progress nonetheless. So
Okay.
She's here.
God got this.
It's working. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
Well, yeah, I'm okay. I just came from work. I'm tired, but I'm here because I shows up. You know what I'm saying? So I'm ready to get into the day. Like, let's get it going, ladies.
Okay, so who watched the Super Bowl?
Oh, I watched it, but I only really understand the musical parts. Like, don't ask me about no touchdowns and all of that. So.
Yeah,
I watched it.
I know nothing about football. I didn't even know who was playing. Right?
Me either. All I kept hearing was Tom Brady. I'm like, oh, I know him.
So the Chiefs and the Buccaneers, ladies. Chiefs and Buccaneers.
Yeah, that's great. Heard the Buccaneers won. I'm a Puppy Bowl person, so that's where I mostly was at. But I just want to. It's Black History Month, right? And so I just want to shout out, some really dope Black excellence, right? So. Right. Amanda Gorman was the first poet to perform at the Super Bowl. She's fantastic. You remember her from the inauguration. She's beautiful person, beautiful poet, super talented. So happy to see her. Happy to see her perform America the Beautiful. I mean, I got all the Prince vibes when she was playing her guitar.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Yes.
So here for that. And then our beautiful Jasmine Sullivan came through with the diamond headdress and murdered the Star Spangled Banner. It was so fantastic. I would give her top 5 for Star Spangled Banner performers.
Okay. Everybody was in the comments well, why isn't she up there alone? They didn't want the guy, what's his name? Eric something. It was why is he there? I mean, it was nice to me, but I get it. I would have taken Jasmine by herself too.
Yes, it's perfectly fine by herself.
Perfectly fine by herself.
So are we going to talk about the want moment, or are we just going? not so much Black excellence.
The Weeknd was there.
No, he wasn't. I think he was present. I just don't think he showed up. It was horrible. And anybody to say that was a phenomenal performance is a lie. He was horrible. Trash city, country. His sound was garbage. He spent supposedly $7 million of his own money, and the only way I can see that is if he flew everybody, including like the camera people and everybody, into the stadium, because it definitely was not for his stage. For all them lights and the lack thereof fireworks, I wasn't a fan of it. Not here for it. Like, you embarrassed yourself. Go back in hiding. Go back wherever you were. Just don't come back here.
Damn.
Like, I'm a football person, so like I'm already mad that the Seahawks didn't make it, right? So I'm already like, I gotta be here watching these trash people. No offense, nobody, but it's just not my team, right? And then to give me that, I mean, they set it up so big in the beginning. The ladies like dominated, and then he came in, and I just was like, I understand why you can't feel your face. It's because you're listening to yourself and watching this performance. I can't feel my face either.
Tell us the truth, Ernie.
Sorry.
Right. Cliff said, all I know is that Tyler Perry performed at halftime. I cannot stand him.
I love him.
Diana said, I enjoyed it.
No, okay.
I mean, it was horrible. I just thought it loud.
Right.
It was like they turned on the radio. That's what they did. They had a DJ, and the DJ was like, "Ficky, switch songs." It wasn't like.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess everybody's expectation was really high, and I guess you're assuming because of the money too that he put into it. You're like, oh,
it's the Super Bowl. Like, people show out for that. Like, you try your best, and if that was your best, sir,
his best though. Like that, he had a good time. Like,
had fun.
Right. And actually, a lot of people did have positive things to say about it online. I mean,
they're nice.
How often is the internet nice?
Right.
They're nice. You find those few people, and those few people finally were the loudest. Sorry. I digress. It's the wrestling shirt today, you guys. I feel like body slamming somebody. I'm sorry. Me and Stone Cold are like, I'm sorry.
Yeah, because you might need
how I
to
feel.
You feel like you need a little chamomile tea.
Right. Everybody
need that.
Please.
So, y'all heard about T.I. and Tiny. They're facing multiple investigations. They've been accused of sexual abuse by multiple women, which they have denied all of the allegations. And of course, Lisa Bloom is on the scene. It's almost like she lives for this stuff. Like, she
does.
I'll take you as a client. Yeah. He did what? I believe you. Come. Like, let's do this. So, oh, jeez. I don't know what they're going to do, but that's what's happening. This is the most quiet I've ever seen Tia.
Yeah. He did speak out at one point, but he was basically saying, like, he can't speak out because anything he says can be used against him. So, I mean,
what he said was enough. What he said is that my wife and I like to partake in things with consenting adults that like to partake in things. Here's my thing. Let's say we go to a party and they say, hey, Ernie, Shawnee, and A, we doing Molly in here. And the admission in here is Molly. Are they forcing us to come in, or do we have the option to turn around and go home? Like, unless you can tell me that somebody was holding you at gunpoint and made you pop Molly.
That was the thing, no?
That was it, sis.
He held her.
She said that was at 16.
Like
No. She said that was at 16 in like a whole different altercation, but then you can't say that and then come back 2 years ago, he was uncle to your kids. You can't do that.
People who are broken do damage things, so I don't know. I'm surprised at the behavior. Some people just, stay close to people who hurt them. So I mean, it's a mental thing. So I don't know.
I don't know either.
Diana said, I didn't dig into the T.I. thing. Yeah, so I don't know. Like, I'm always very skeptical about how I speak on these cases, especially being like in that type of field, because you just really don't know
Right.
all of the details. So I'm not here to be like, oh, he did it, because maybe he didn't do it. You know what I'm saying? Maybe it was consensual. People get mad and say things, or maybe he did do some shit and he need to go to jail. Like, we really don't know.
Right.
So
if he's
it's
wrong,
one of those things I tend to like not speak on, because I'm like, I don't, you just don't really know.
Right.
I would hope that he didn't do those things, and if he did, he's suffering. Like, the show canceled, or they like halted filming for right now.
Right.
So
suspended.
yeah, and if you're gonna start as a star too, like, how they always talk about Beyonce makes everybody sign NDAs. I'm making whoever's around me sign everything, because you're not gonna come at me later on talking about you didn't want to be there, you didn't want to partake. No, if you're willingly here, you're signing a contract, because you ain't gonna bring no shit to me later. Like, that's it's just not going down. And if that's how
I just feel like there's somebody that's supposed to, I don't know if it's management or whose job that is, but somebody's not doing their job, because you're not protecting your people. Like, somebody's being paid to protect them from this type of stuff. So moving right along. All right. So speaking of they should be
prosecuted expeditiously.
Right. Right.
Third party nowadays are not what they used to be.
I gotta be careful.
Rhonda said, all I know is this needs to be y'all in this expeditiously.
Hey, that's
Cliff. I get.
Yeah, I gotta say, you gotta sign an NDA to talk to me. Come to the house. Come to the house.
Yeah. Yeah.
I give it to
you. You can't walk in my door if you don't sign an NDA.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah, I think it's so important, especially as celebrities, and we see all of these things all the time, like that some turn out not to be true. For you to just make sure you protect yourself, especially knowing that there are people out here that want to get you for your money, regardless of what it is. Like, oh, he stepped on my foot in the club, now I'm suing him for. Come on.
Yeah.
Right. Absolutely. Speaking of sexual acts, have y'all been keeping up with Trey Songz?
Yeah.
Love it.
So let's be clear. Trey Songz has been in our hot topics. This is now the second time consecutively. Okay. So Mr. Trey Songz has been, I can't even say it's thirst trapping. If it is, allegedly, there's a photo allegedly of a young lady.
It don't gotta be alleged. I saw that. That thing was stinging.
Okay. That thing was stinging.
Wow.
So his girlfriend came out, Yasmin Lopez, and she said it's not Photoshop, and she's confirming that he's never come out and said that it was him. He said his mama was calling him about all of this stuff, but he has also been telling people to go to his OnlyFans page. So
when did he start an OnlyFans?
When that thing was stinging.
That thing is stinging.
Send me the link.
Right. I got everybody. Let me know in the group chat right now. Who need that?
Okay. So yes, his team lost, but I guess he's winning. So go Trey.
Speaking of hotties, though, did you see Michael B. Jordan's new commercial? And he's the new Alexa.
I missed it.
Oh my God. So this woman, Michael B. Jordan, now she asked him to do things like, can you reach for this, over whatever. He reads to her while she's in the bubble bath. He's in the bath with her.
Yes.
And her husband is having a fit through this whole. He's like, no, Michael B. Jordan.
Don't do it.
No, Michael B. Jordan. Look. Oh my God. It is the thing. It's very clever. I was like, oh, okay.
But her husband is literally my husband. And there's a few of he's one of them. So if we're in the store with a magazine and I'm looking at, people too long, he'd be like, turn this magazine around. Like, hey, whoa, go pay for the groceries. I got this. Like,
where's the line of demarcation? Is it the drool?
look, okay.
You're right. Sorry.
Look,
Pick your mouth up.
now if he saw one of his women walk past, I'd have to let you have that for a moment. Now, I'm nowhere near him. I have told him I don't know what I'm gonna do if I do get near him. I won't go that far, but I'm not gonna be cool me. Like, I might go, oh, hey, how you doing? Can I touch you? Shoulder's fine for me. I'm good with a shoulder touch.
Oh my goodness. Too funny. So did y'all hear about the girl with the Gorilla Glue hair?
Tessa Brown, or it's Tia. I don't know how to say this, child. Tessica Brown.
Tessica was online with her eyes.
Y'all see the parody that I can't think of the girl's name. The parody that was done.
Oh, Lala.
I had to turn it off because I just was like,
I was hysterical. Okay, first of all, so for those who don't know the story, I don't know how you don't know it at this point. Right. But this young lady, she decided to take Gorilla Glue and use it to use for her ponytail or to gel down her ponytail. Sis used the wrong Gorilla.
She was supposed to use Gorilla Snot.
She was supposed to use Gorilla Snot, which is the actual gel that is for your hair. And instead, she used Gorilla Glue. So she is now getting medical treatment because of this error that she made. Now, how she made this error, I don't know, because they are not in the same part of the station. They're not in the same section.
One's in crafts or hardware.
It is very clear, the instructions on it. And then people are looking to Gorilla Glue for them to make statements, and they're like, we're sorry that this happened to her.
They reached out to her. They
said, we're sorry that this happened, but this was not the intended use of the product. It's permanent. Mm-hmm. It's for wood. It's for, tiles. I mean, and I don't know why people keep looking to Gorilla Glue to do anything, because
right.
They did what they were supposed to do. They sent her a message directly via Twitter and said, "Hi there. We're sorry to learn about your experience. We do not recommend you using our products in here as it is considered permanent. You can try soaking the affected area with warm soapy water and applying rubbing alcohol to the area."
Yeah,
that's what you get from Gorilla Glue.
It's dumb. I mean, I feel bad for her. And
like, she gets an endorsement out of it. Like, once you get over this, maybe they'll partner with you on like a funny thing to do with it, and you get a little check out of it. Maybe.
And I saw something today. I don't know how true it is, but it's like on one of those gossip things that I follow. Was saying that she's trying to sue Gorilla Glue.
She can't sue Gorilla Glue.
She's trying to sue it because it doesn't actually say can't go in hair. Right.
It just don't go on skin.
And your hair is with skin. So here's what she will do. Somebody has told her, we'll publicly sue them. What they'll want to do is settle out of court. So you'll get a little bit of change. But so that's what she's trying to do. Because they just want it to go away. But I wouldn't give you nothing. And you're a fool.
You're going to get a dime out of me.
Absolutely not. Dummy. I mean, I'm sorry. I just feel sorry for the lady. But that puts it in a whole nother ballpark. Because like, now was this intentional? Like that.
My rule too is that like in her original video, she said like her hair's been like that for a month. Why'd you wait a month? Like that's your fault too, right? Because maybe, just maybe, they just wash it out like 5 days after it'd have been a little soft or something. You waited a whole month because you thought you was cute with the slick back.
And was in the sun, letting it like harden and bake. And
so like it's your fault. Like I mean, this whole thing is your fault, but we're invested and we wish you well.
I don't wish you well if you're trying to sue them people.
Diana said I was flipping tables.
Yes.
Because Yaya said she got a blue check, so
that's like 67 million or 6.7 million, something like that followers now.
Crazy. Mo said, nah, she just wanted to go viral. She's a nut.
Hello, right?
Nut tree.
I agree, Mo. I agree. Cliff says, Lisa Bloom will take her case expeditiously.
But it did get Chance the Rapper to reach out to her. he sent everybody a message like, thank God everybody's supporting her, send her your prayers and blah, blah, blah. So she's getting recognition from celebrities.
She's an idiot.
Oh,
I
girl.
feel bad for people who do stuff like that. I really don't. I really, really
It
don't.
was just dumb.
That was dumb. Like, you legit was like, oh, this is for furniture. This could be good on my hair. Like, that didn't make any sense. But I mean, it is what it is. And speaking of suing, you know that Diddy is no longer tied to Sean John, right? So Sean John clothing is no longer his thing. So now they tried to use his image, and he's suing them for $25 million.
So did he say take that when they delivered the
I don't know, but they gotta give that.
And then he's gonna get his money. Okay. Y'all have interrupted him from sending Taraji everything Ciroc. So now you owe him $25 million.
I gotta step my game up. I want one of those Ciroc gifts.
Or did you see the full bar?
Yeah, I want gifts. Yeah. All the celebrity gifts. I want them all. Who else got celebrity gifts this week?
Beyonce. So here's what I don't know how I feel about this. So Beyonce partnered with Adidas for Icy Parks. They're her new shoe.
Icy Park?
No, the shoes are called Icy Parks. So she's delivering them in a whole block of ice that you literally have to sit in the sun for them to melt before you can get to your shoes.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how I feel about that.
Why? It's Corona. Where you going? What you rushing for?
Or you could do like everybody else and just throw it on the floor in the cracks. Like it's
right, boom, slam it.
Done. It's all about the presentation. It's not like she's like, oh my God, you have to sit and wait. You know what I'm saying? Like throw the shit on the floor and the cracks.
You can't because it's in a plastic casing.
I saw someone who was a little yachty. He literally dumped it in the crack.
He really?
And took his shoes out. Yeah.
I watched the one with her mom, and her mom like waited.
But that's her mom. She's gonna, show you the right way to do it. But I mean, it's all about presentation. Like I don't find anything bad about it, I guess. Yeah.
I would love to get a block of ice with shoes in it from Beyonce.
From Beyonce, right? Like send me anything from Beyonce.
I mean, taking pictures like, listen, this is where we're at, guys. This is the
every hour and an hour.
Almost there. I think it's fun. Some people do. It's COVID, get trapped. Why not? Watch ice melt.
These people ain't trapped.
You got the time to watch ice melt. Go ahead. Too funny. Let's see some of these comments. Princess Jaya says, don't want the beehive to get me, so no comment. She's staying safe. She's staying safe, so it's what it is. But we got scenarios, yeah?
Yeah.
Scenarios here. Who's kicking
Actually,
it
before
up?
we do scenarios, let's do one more. I wasn't gonna do it because it's just weird, but I'm gonna do it. So did anybody see Tory Lanez this week?
No, I don't follow him.
I don't follow him either, but I do follow Hollywood Unlocked. And they are where I ran across. Mr. Tory was on there, and speaking of things, there was a female on there throwing that thing in circles, pentagons, squares, trapezoids, all that, right? So she's making everything clap right.
Oh.
But then at a certain point, this woman puts her face in the camera. And we cannot tell if it's a woman or a man. So even if it's one, that part's not the issue for me. We were talking a couple episodes ago about hotels and about how us owning our own bodies. Mm-hmm. But there was people in uproars like women shouldn't still be degrading themselves. They're still doing this, blah, blah, blah. And I just kind of felt like if that's what she wants to do, then why are we bothered? Like,
so what does Tory Lanez have to do with this?
Oh, he was on the video and he was watching it and he was clapping with her and all of that.
So this was a live video? Or
it was a 27-second snippet of him, like basically, the thing Bootsy was doing where these girls would hop on and twerk and do all
IG live.
Yeah.
But so why did it make it to Hollywood? Like,
yeah,
because partially because no one knows if it's a transgender woman or a woman that just has strong features. But that wasn't even my issue. Because it's Tory Lanez. But my issue was that there was so much of an uproar. Like, we do know, like, there are women that do this. And why are we still so bothered by it? Why, as a society, are we still like, oh my God, women, don't degrade yourself? Like, if I don't feel degraded, then why do you?
Because everybody got an opinion, and everybody, the internet just allows everyone to show off their opinion. So that's what they do. A lot of them are trolls. A lot of them just are behind the laptop and just type up whatever they feel like it. Because who's gonna check them? Who's gonna? And if they do get attention for it, they love it, right? That's exposing them, getting them featured on stuff. So
it's the same thing. I was gonna say the same exact thing. Like, even how we was talking earlier, like, the internet loves being mean. Like, that's just what it is. So it's more so about like, oh, that may not even be a girl he with. That's a man. Like, they just like being mean to people in general. So I don't know. I think it's great that some people do want to own their bodies and do what they want to do. But no matter what we do in life, people are always gonna have something negative to say.
yeah.
You could be fully dressed and she's a church girl and she don't know how to party. Like, it's always gonna be something. We're never gonna be able to please everybody.
The Lord too much.
Yeah, like, there is always something with someone. So
yeah. So now can we get into scenarios?
You want to kick it off, Shirley?
I do, because this is a good one. And it's so funny you mentioned church girls, so it's perfect.
Wonderful.
This one says, he's been trying to divorce me. I cheated, but I refuse to discuss it because he has money. And I've gotten nowhere with him, and I've got nowhere to go. He begged me to meet him at church for counseling. The pastor pulled the fire alarm, and when I raced outside, I was served divorce papers. Help.
What are we helping you with, sis? Sign them papers. I mean, you cannot sign them. Like, I don't know exactly how that works, but like, I know if one person doesn't sign, like, doesn't take more work on the other partners and to like get it done without the signature and stuff.
Harder, but they can
still, it just like makes it harder, right? So I mean, you can hold off. Like, I mean, just because you got the papers don't mean you gotta sign them.
But you got served.
Yeah, but you got served either way. Like, it's nothing we could do once those papers are in your hand.
My issue is the pastor.
What?
I ain't got no issue with her, but my issue, like, you partook in that foolery. Like, you could have had her come sit down in the office and hand her the papers. Like, why as a pastor did you go to that length to help somebody, a part of your congregation? That just, it seems real petty to me. Like,
I don't know. I would want my pastor to help me out in any way possible.
He's doing the Lord's work.
Just sit someone down in the office. Because remember, if that's his pastor, that's her pastor too. So like, the pastor
not necessarily. Just because you're a couple don't mean you go to the same church.
Right. But I don't think she said it was his. Did she say it was his pastor specifically, or did she say our pastor or the pastor?
She just said pastor.
So he's her pastor.
Yeah.
And so it's just like, you would do that to one of your flock? Like, that's gross. That's gross to me. I just can't. That's gross.
My problem is with sis. I don't understand how you cheat and then you don't want to talk to him and then you don't want to talk about it because he has money. So you weren't in this for the right reasons anyway. So you're lucky all he wants to do is divorce. So bow out gracefully, sign the papers, and move on.
Right.
That's it. He's doing the Lord's work. That's it. Like, he's helping out.
Mm-hmm. Let's see some of these comments. So, Princess Yaya said, help, wait, you cheated? Sorry, sis. Move on. Diana says, I'm crying. The church wasn't a compliment. Mo said, no, he's doing the Lord's work.
He's doing the Lord's work.
Princess Yaya said she might be a member. She might be a member of the church.
She might not be a member.
Carla says pastors are sinners saved by grace. So
okay. It's the petty pastor for me. Okay, that's how I like my pasta petty.
Until it happens to you.
I wouldn't do anything. I trifling. And if I did, then hey, you got to deal with the consequences. I enjoyed that one.
Ernie?
My boyfriend refuses to talk about marriage or the future with me. When we started 8 years ago, all we did was talk about the future. We moved in about 2.5 years ago, and the same kept happening. But recently, there's no talk about marriage, kids, or anything in the future. He won't even talk about a wedding that we are supposed to go to a month from now. I even asked him, did he even still want to get married? He asked me the same question back. I said yes, and then he went silent and said, I don't want to talk about it. I feel like he's constantly shoving me away, and it scares me now that he's faced the actual threat of commitment. I don't know what to do. Please help.
How long they been together?
8 years.
And they moved in 2 years ago?
I'm sorry. No, 8 years. They moved in 2.5 years ago.
They moved in together 2.5. So they were together for 6 years, and they've been living together for 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
And he ain't popped the question. They ain't talk about marriage and none of that. And she still moved in?
Well, he was talking about it before she moved in.
She was
then after the move in.
But it was taking them 6 years to talk about it?
Yeah, they was just talking for 6 years. It was a wonderful idea.
That's a lot.
I mean, I guess everybody's different, but after 6 years, I don't even think us moving in should be the focus. Like, us being married should have been the focus.
Right. Like, what are you talking about in the 6 years that the biggest move you made was moving in?
Right. Like, that's why that just
It was breadcrumbs. It was, we're not going to talk about marriage, but let me move you in and see how long that pacifies you. I'm going to pacify you for these next couple years.
Are they young?
Both 27.
Oh, they're young.
Yeah. Or maybe he genuinely like wanted to get married, but you know how it is. Sometimes you move with people and things change. So maybe they moved in and he was like, you know what? I can't see myself doing this with you for the rest of my life. Like it happens, right? Like it happens. Sometimes you don't like people when you have to be with them all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Or why get married if we doing all married stuff now? What's a piece of paper, they say.
Let's see what the comments say. Diana said, you know what? Princess Jaya said, she ruined it. Carlos said he got what he wanted, sad to say. He is not going to commit. He's done seeing how it is.
Right.
That's it.
You're so young, sis.
27?
27.
Yeah.
They've been together since what? They graduated from college or were in college together?
Right.
You know, that's
part about it. She ain't said nothing about no kids, so, or she said that they talk about it, so they don't have any kids together. So it'll be a clean break.
That's a clean break. And maybe sometimes people want to take care of like bills. Some people want to pay off their student loans first. There's like tons of reasons why people wait, especially that young. I get it. But he doesn't seem to be talking about any of that stuff. He's just like, nah.
We here. We live it.
Oh, sis. It's okay.
You out.
Oh my God. Princess Yaya said, listen, anything before 21 don't count as a real relationship.
Okay.
That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah. For a long time.
So this next one is my boyfriend has been cheating on me with another woman. She's much older than me. She cooks his favorite meals. She even gives him oral better than me. Sometimes he doesn't come home until days later. I was wondering if I should move her in to keep him happy because I don't want to lose him.
What?
Yup.
How does she know that she gives oral better than her?
Because
I guess he must have said it. He probably was like, and she do it better than you.
He was like, hey, babe, do that thing I like. Oh, no, that's not you. That's Tina. Mm-hmm. Well, Tina does this thing. And if you could do that thing, you know.
Yeah, I said reread. So it's my boyfriend has been cheating on me with another woman. She's much older than me. She cooks his favorite meals and gives him oral better than me. Sometimes he doesn't come home until days later. I was wondering if I should move her in to keep him happy. I don't want to lose him.
Well, obviously, you guys need to talk if polyamory is a thing that you guys would like to do, right? Because he may not want sis to move in with y'all. He may like that y'all are in separate spaces. So I think you should have a talk with your boyfriend and y'all figure out what's the best solution, because clearly you don't want to go anywhere. So
right, if you like it, I love it, sis. Like, yes, maybe you can set up a call to teach her to do that thing, and then you just put a twist on it, so then that'll be your thing, and you'll be as good as her, and she'll have her thing, and then he will be completely happy, because that's the goal. It seems to make him.
Yeah, but I mean, you also have to think, like, if she does decide to move in now, they may move you into another room.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Because what's your part? Are you the financier? Are you the cleaning lady? Like, what do you play if head game sucks? Your box hopefully is good, so maybe he'll keep you around for box. But like, she has these things on, like she cooking, and so you got to come with some more.
He gotta be bragging to be like, oh, she cooked my favorite meal. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
they're throwing plates. Oh, fried chicken suck.
he has to be bragging.
But he's like blatantly like disrespecting you. So I am questioning your self-esteem.
Because there's some women that men will be like, I want to have two, and they'll be okay with it. Like there's some people that are just okay with sharing.
Yeah, that's fine. But what I'm saying is that for him to sit there and tell you that, you know, her head is better than yours and she cooks better than you and all the other stuff, like, he's disrespecting you.
Absolutely.
You know, that's not, oh, we should bring girlfriend number 2. I respect you. That's why I'm out in these streets with OG over here who knows how to throw down on the fried chicken. And, you know, so I'm questioning your self-esteem, and I think you might want to think about that before you make that suggestion of them moving in. You might want to reevaluate yourself, maybe have a little self-reflection. Yeah, want to talk about it? Because you might be getting yourself into something deeper, because if she moves in, it doesn't mean that you're going to be happy.
Right.
You know, so
or are they going to move in somebody that's better than you and then eventually kick you out?
Exactly. Like, well, they just gonna kick you out altogether and just be the two of them.
Mm-hmm.
So let's see what these comments are saying. Listen, wait, how she know all this? And yes, movement. Rhonda is speaking on behalf of JoJo, and he says she's a team player. Princess Yaya said, you already lost him.
Already.
He's been gone. Carla said, can I ask what is making her happy? I can't move on. Yeah.
That's true. She didn't even say like what makes her happy. I mean, by
just
him
having him there.
Yeah, I guess him being happy makes her happy. One of those. Cliff says, how every argument ends with, and that's why Myrna is like D better than you. Why did you name her Myrna?
Because she's older.
Why Myrna? Princess Yaya said that is total mental abuse. I agree, Yaya. And Cliff said, plot twist, the other woman is her mom.
Imagine that. Oh my gosh.
No.
That just brings it to so many more levels of wrong.
It does. Carla says, Princess Yaya, yes, she agrees with you. That is total mental abuse. And Mo says, hey, I think she might need your help because something's wrong there.
I don't even know if I can help that situation.
Too far gone.
Too far gone. So.
Yes. Wow. Like, good luck.
Would you make it?
I hope you find your happy and figure it out. Your true happiness. I don't think he's it, but okay. So next scenario is, I love my boyfriend. We've been together for 6 years, but he gained 60 pounds during lockdown. His penis has shrunk into his fat rolls. He stops breathing. I've tried to motivate him, but he just snaps that I'm getting fat too. I burn his food because burnt food equals less calories, but it just pisses him off. Help.
What? Like, first of all, you gonna burn my food? Why not just cook healthier food, sis? You gonna burn it?
He said she's fat too, so maybe she don't know how.
So if she's fat too, she need to mind her damn business. Worry about her before you come checking on mine. Okay? That's the real issue here. This would have pissed me off. This would have pissed. You gonna burn my food and you fat?
Princess Yaya said, I'm gonna sit this one out.
I feel like you, Yaya. Damn.
So yeah, he's gained the 60 pounds. Clearly they have to get healthy and they have to do it together, right? So it's not just what you say, it's how you say it, right? And burning somebody's food is not a solution. It just makes burnt food and you're wasting it, okay? There's people out here hungry and starving, wishing they had that food, and you out here burning and trying to lose calories instead of eating an apple, okay? So maybe instead of doing that, you say, hey, how about we go take a walk? Or maybe can you come with me to the store here and then go to the store that's further away? Start buying healthier food. Like, there's baby steps that you can do. You don't have to burn the food, sis.
Yeah. Right. You're gonna be single burning my damn food on purpose. Oh, that got me so hot. Like, every night I come sit at the dinner table and my shit is burnt. And you thinking that's making me lose weight? Like, I'm probably gonna order out now. Like,
right, I'm secretly eating now because I know I don't want to eat your food.
Come on.
Well, the way they seem to be talking to each other, I don't think he would have to hide the food. I think he could just order it and eat it right in front of her. What you gonna do? I don't know. I don't know where y'all finding these disrespectful people.
Yeah, that.
Woo-wee.
I
can't. Princess Yaya says she's gonna sit this one out. We read that. Diana's dead. Princess Yaya said same voice. Flip said this relationship is toxic AF. Mo says she mad. The D disappeared.
She did say that, like the D disappeared into the fat or something like that.
You're right. She said, Mo, you are absolutely right. Diana said, I'm falling off the couch. But she know burning the food hurt her too.
Right. No, we all hurt. None of us eating. Just dumb.
Hurt people.
No, she says she burnt only his food, so she's like, well, he gonna have rice, so I'm gonna burn the hell out this rice.
No, none of us eating then. If my food burnt, none of us is eating. Like, it's not happening.
You might like it Cajun. She didn't say he stopped eating her food. She just said it has less calories, so apparently he's still eating it.
Princess Yaya said, how did D disappear? Where it went?
And if he gained 60 pounds like that, like what's wrong with him? Like there's something wrong. He's eating his feeling. Like there's something that's afoot. Like maybe you should have those conversations and not just go, you're fat, you're getting fat, you're fat, fatty.
Well, they're both eating their feelings.
Right.
They're both doing it because he snaps at her when she complains about his weight. I mean, we gotta be honest, like 60 pounds is a lot.
Yes, it is.
It's a lot of weight to gain, right? So he was during lockdown. I don't know if she's talking jail, or I don't know if she's talking jail or she's talking COVID.
I think COVID.
I don't know, but
it's probably COVID too.
Then you got to think about, okay, so when the first 10, 15, 20 pounds came on, nobody said nothing?
Right.
You didn't notice that? The first 30, nobody said nothing. Now 60 pounds, that's your breaking point. You're like, I can't. I don't know. Carla says that is wasting money. Times are hard. Use communication or just move on. I hear that. Akia is cracking up. She said it's toxic. Cliff said Myrna never burns the chicken.
Okay. Make my favorite meal every night.
Akia said I would have choked him with the HDMI cord. That's funny. But yeah, so I mean, obviously they need to communicate a lot better than what they've been doing because everybody gaining weight and it's not working. So maybe you need new tactics, sis.
Right.
Yeah. Because
Yeah.
he gonna be at 90 pounds and you still gonna be burning chicken. Like, it's not working.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Gross.
So my lady's been married for 30 years. Her husband is and the relationship's been hectic. Her husband's an alcoholic. He does things like gets so drunk he lays on the kitchen floor and their son has to drag him to the garage so he doesn't pee on the floor anymore. And then when he wakes up in the morning, he gets up, he stumbles up to his room. Yes, his room, because now he's not sleeping in the same room with her. He's given himself his own room. So he goes in there and he pees through the mattresses. So they put plastic on the mattresses and now he's just peeing on plastic. He set the house on fire because he was a smoker and he burnt himself and the kitchen up and was in the hospital for months. He falls down, cracks his head, blood everywhere, all over the house. He's just a drunken person. 10 years ago, got sober, and the fighting has not lessened because they're still fighting and she still hates him. And she's staying right now because he was just diagnosed with MSA, which is the most severe form of Parkinson's. She wants to know, would she be wrong if she left him? Because 30 plus years, it hasn't been good. Is this the time to gracefully bow out, or should she stick it in till he croaks?
I'm so confused. That was a lot. Does he have a life insurance policy?
Did not say. She's like, well, just push him again. Really hard.
Like, because you stuck it out for 30 years and now he has Parkinson's and now it's like, I can't, like, come on. Like,
he's sober, but he got Parkinson's. So like one thing left, he still didn't get any nicer. They still didn't get, like, they have more happier times now from what I read, but it's still bad. It's not like a good relationship in no sense.
It seems like it's been horrible for 30 years.
Yes.
So why are we just like getting some help for him? Like somebody to help him do what I don't know about the disease, so I can't say exactly what he needs help with, but whatever he needs help with, hire somebody to do that and then move on.
So you're saying she would not be wrong for leaving?
Well, no, I mean, at the end of the day, he's your husband. You stuck it out for 30 years, right? And now all of a sudden, like now it's, I can't do this. Like, that's pretty messed up. Like, you've done it for 30 years. Now you got self-esteem and now you want to, like.
Now he really can't really fight you or fight for you.
But my thing is like, go out with a little, like, dignity. You've done what you could do and nicely. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the judgment day, it's going to get real. So do your part, do what you're supposed to do or whatever, and then move on. Bow out gracefully. Don't sit there and stick out for, you know what I mean, another 30 years.
Right. Jeez. Make his life miserable till the last day. I mean, that just...
I can't imagine being miserable with somebody for 30 years. People do it all the time just to say
they
they're
married.
And
I don't know. She only spoke about one son. So I'm like, okay, obviously the son was like the son had got the routine down. So he knows, okay, dad's coming home. He's going to be drunk, drag him in the garage. Like that's been whole life, but he's been grown for a really long time. So why, like, I get some people stay till like their kids graduate and then there's this big divorce, right?
Mm-hmm.
But it's just all the other years. It was just like, why did you stay? Was there hopes to get better? But even if not, like, I feel like you're only wrong if you feel like if you leave is wrong. Like, you gotta deal with that with you because you're going to be in turmoil if you don't feel like it's wrong, then be out.
What'd you say, eh?
I said when he started peeing everywhere, that would have been it for me. Like, you're a grown man. I shouldn't have to put plastic on my bed like little kids do so that pee don't go through mattresses. Like, bye. That if you don't want to help yourself at that point and you don't feel bad about peeing on yourself or having your son drag you up the steps or whatever, bye.
Dignity, like self-dignity. Like, you wake up with the pee-pee spot. Like, that can't be good for nobody.
So no,
like, you walk around smelling pissy.
Bye.
Yeah.
I'd have been left.
That's horrible. Yaya says 10 years ago says you should have been left. Exactly. I was like, you stuck around for 30 years. Now you roll. Now I'm gonna go. He says another love triangle. Diana said, leave and live your life, sis. Princess Yaya said she should have left 22 years ago.
Okay.
Let's be precise. Cliff says, nah, she got to stick it out. If she put up with it for 30 years, what's a few more? About the life insurance. It sounds harsh, but you deserve substances
for pain and suffering.
That's why I say get somebody to help him. I'm not saying she's supposed to go out here and get a divorce and do it. No.
Right. Just separate. Just leave the space. Make sure he's good. But
go live your life, and when he's done, get your money. Like do something great.
Right.
I don't know. You and your son, go be happy. Carla says, I can't. Something is left out. I am not cleaning pee.
Okay, I'm not cleaning no grown man pee. Like, it's different if you had like a illness now where you couldn't make it to the bathroom, but just from you being drunk,
right,
and peeing around the house, like, no, I'd have been left you. But anyway, so it goes. My boyfriend doesn't post our pictures on social media, but has photos of his ex-wife from 2 years ago still up. When I tell him how I feel about it, he always says he don't do social media for attention. How should I feel?
Like that's still his wife?
Report his page.
Spam.
What else? He don't do social media anyway, so not like he don't care. Report it. So what?
Yeah.
He's not putting you on his page. They've been together how long?
She didn't say. She just said he has pictures of his ex-wife from 2 years ago. So I don't know if they were
together for 2 years, and he has the wife's just okay. Well, I need to know how long you've been in the picture.
Right. And why this wasn't an issue. They won't like, okay, we're official now, so I'm gonna need you to go ahead and handle that. Like, give me, if you don't do social media, then give me your password and I'll post all the pictures of us. Like,
yeah. I mean, if you like a month in, like, relax.
Right.
But if you're 2 years in and he never posted you and he still got these pictures
of her,
I'll report that page, girl. Tell me the page. I'll report it with you.
We'll spam it.
Yeah, I'll spam it. It's fine. Let me know. Y'all say, girl, really? Mm-hmm. Carla say he's talking to that ex, possibly.
Right.
Princess y'all there say you already know the feel, Sean. Thanks, Shawnee. You welcome, girl, because you know you be out here playing these games. People on social media have too much power. I swear they really do.
Yes.
Cliff said he just doesn't want to jinx the relationship like he did with his ex-wife.
Right.
Post the pictures.
That'll buy him some time using
that
would buy him some time. But even though you don't want to post me, you got to take her pictures down. You got to do that. That's
I just don't understand what that issue is, right? Like, I'm not even telling you to post me, but take her down. Like, she's no longer in the picture.
And that's, you just have to start asking those qualified questions. Like, was the divorce her choice? Can I see the divorce decree? Because this sounds like y'all separated and you don't want it to be. She might still be wifey, and that's why she's still up there. Y'all just ain't legally got it done because you over there lying to her, telling her, baby, I'm trying. And then she find out you over here, your word A, sneaky Lincoln, with other people. So, yeah, they're just, it's, that first situation ain't over. You side chick, sorry.
Carla said, just don't post him on your account. And keep your ex up. She's a super player. If she's posting pics of him, or is she still pretending she's out on solo dinners and vacations?
Oh, please.
There's that question.
I would hope she's posting him if she's going hard. But I don't know if it's the fact that he's not posting her or that she's up there. You know, like,
yeah, I get it.
Yeah. For me, the bother would be that she's still up there. Just people, certain people are just like that with social media. Me and my husband didn't really post each other until we were sure. Like, we were sure that we could withstand what was going to come with actually telling everybody that we were together.
Yeah.
But it definitely wasn't no 2 years either. But I had deadlines. We got to figure this out or we got to move on. But yeah, it's the fact that she's still up there. Like, we both went and did audits of our accounts. Like, okay, let's make sure that these, and like Facebook, like, you don't even have to delete it on Facebook. You can just go ahead and hide the album. Like, just get her out of public's eye, because I can see how she could feel embarrassed. Like, this your man, but you're nowhere on here but his exes. Because her friends done went and did a deep dive of his social media.
Of course. I would also like to know, when was the last time he posted?
Because it could have been 2 years ago.
That's what I'm saying.
Right.
Like, because if he's saying he really doesn't do social media like that, and his last post was 2 years ago, like, let it go, sis. Right. But if he posted yesterday,
and those pictures are still there, then it's a problem.
Right. And he was on a date by himself with a cheeseburger and 2 cups.
Right. And how are you posting the picture? Are you posting pictures of y'all together with the just hands and saying,
right. Right.
You know? Or just the back of his head, like me and Bay? Like, what are you doing? I don't know. Send me that counts as I'll spam it. I don't care. Princess Jaya says, we don't care. Leave her up, take her down, whatever. But I want it. You're gonna put me on that page. How about that?
Right.
Oh my goodness. That is too funny. Princess Jaya says, no face, no case.
Okay. That's it.
Did you sing the song when you wrote it?
Oh my goodness. Well, I think this was an awesome scenario day.
Yes.
Thank you all so much for rocking out with us. We're here every Monday at 7 p.m. EST, 6 p.m. CST, 4 p.m. PST, and 2 p.m. HST. And that's all the time zones I know this evening. I hope you join us next week. And yeah, make sure you check us out on Tuesday, where we post on audio. So we'll be on Apple Podcasts, Google Play, Spotify, and anywhere else you can stream podcasts. That's where we'll be. So yeah, that's it. Thank you guys. See you next week.